Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. What's going on? Welcome to the I Bet My Left Nut podcast. And it's your boy Romero. What's up, y'all? I'm back. Want to talk about why is it so damn hard for people to stay in their relationships, man? I don't understand that. This is a red pill ish show, so we're gonna talk a little bit about red pill today. And today's topic or thought, I should say, kind of reverts back to my last thought on the last podcast I did. How competitive are men really? Oh, also, I think I fixed the audio too. I noticed the first three videos, the audio was pretty sucky. So went in and fixed that. Hopefully that'll be the case, and this will come across a lot more clearer. But yeah, I don't understand it, man. What's the deal with how many of y'all keep, especially you brothers out there, how y'all keep losing your ladies, man? I'm trying to understand that. Um, I've been with my lady for 22 years. We've been married for 15, and we ain't going nowhere. We gonna stay married. Like I hope that don't sound arrogant or pompous, but that's just what it is. Um, I feel that way because I know I'm a competitive male, and I think we all have a duty to be competitive. I mean, you don't really have a choice. If you want to be something, anybody, that a man who's going to garner respect as you walk the earth, you need to be a competitive male. So I know everybody's heard that saying, hard times produce strong men, strong men create easy times create weak men create hard times. So it's the same with relationship. Like you have to be competitive at all times if you want a successful outcome. I mean, it's pretty simple. Like if you're gonna be, if you want a woman, fellas, if you want a woman and you don't want that woman leaving you, well, what's the best way of doing that? It's just by being a competitive male. Now, what makes you competitive? It's a lot of things make you competitive. It's not a one size fits all type of situation. You got to be charming, funny, smart. They want you to be at least somewhat successful as far as at least being able to take care of yourself. A woman wants to see that. That gives her confidence that okay, you at least holding it down as a man, being able to take care of yourself. But I mean, I feel like it's our duty if we're gonna have a family, we got to be able to do more than just take care of ourselves. We got to be able to take care of a family. So you got to be competitive in so many different facets in life, man. And that's how you produce long relationships. Now I say to everybody, but since this is to men for the most part, men, look at your life. See if you're a young man. Now this is gonna be a little bit different because you're still young. But how long are your relationships with your friendships? Do you have long friendships? Do you fall out with friends? Like, cause I'm not real sure how these things happen. All of my friends, I've been friends with 20 plus years. I don't see men fall out very often. At least not the guys that I deal with. Maybe that's a character thing. I'm not real sure, but I just don't see it very often. But I believe that the proof is in the pudding. So I tell anybody, look at all of your ships, your relationships, friendships. How long do they typically last? And understand that for everybody has to answer this question. Well, you're the common denominator in every friendship that you have, every relationship that you have. So you're always the common denominator. So you're always in the mix. Now, how long are they? How long are your friendships? How long are your relationships? Because the proof is in the pudding, like I said. Uh, all your friendships and relationships typically should be long. And why? Because if you're an honest, respectful, loyal type of person, typically those are good enough traits that people just want to be around you, or they're not. And if their character is the same, they're not going to do anything typically that's going to ruin a friendship or relationship. So those things are very important. But respect, men, I'm talking to you. Respect is what you must garner from a woman. Like if a woman doesn't respect you, it'll never work out. It'll never work out. Same for a man. I mean, if you don't respect a woman, it'll never work out. It can work for a while, but it's gonna be some kinks happening in that relationship that's going to probably send it downhill. So that's just what it is. Respect. Without respect, I don't see a ship. Period. Friendship or relationship. So that's got to be there. But how do you get respect? Like I said, by being competitive. By being competitive as a man. That's how you. That's how you get respect. That's how your woman's gonna respect you because she's gonna see it. She's gonna see it. It don't take a rocket scientist to see that you're somebody that is respected by your peers. She's gonna see it by the way your friends, your family treat you. Like, and then she's gonna typically fall in line that same order. Like, if everybody around you is respecting you, then obviously you're someone who either demands respect or you just earn it, which I believe that is a powerful way of looking at respect. Earn it, earn it, and the proof is in the pudding. So, fellas, it's our duty to be respected by a woman. So that's first and foremost. And like I said, you got to be a hell of a competitive dude if you want to be somebody who's respected, because that's what men are out here doing. We being competitive. And in this dating market, which I'm not in, but I can see, I'm looking, I see other people talking about it. I've got two boys, two sons, who's in the market. So I have to be somewhat aware because they may need to talk to me, which we've had many and many of conversations and talks about male and female relationships and what they're looking for. And I told them what they're looking for, how to go get it. And so at their age, they still got some building to do to make themselves competitive, to be able to garner the respect that they feel like they need, and to be ready for, to be in a relationship and to ultimately produce a family and be the head of that family, that household. So it's your duty, fellas, to be competitive. And if you're not competitive, then you need to understand that the guys out here that are going to win, they are competitive. And that's why they're winning, because they are competitive at everything. They can make women laugh. They can be charming. They're going to be successful at some sort of career. Like, I don't like to talk numbers. I know a lot of people like to throw numbers out, and I've never made a lot of the money that a lot of people talk about, but I have raised a family, and so I think I can speak, but I won't talk about numbers because I just think those things get a little bit overinflated. How much willpower, how much grit, how much toughness you got, because you can make it through in hard times and good times. So I just believe those things. A woman is going to see it. She's going to see. Okay, he can be a provider type of guy. So she's going to respect that. Like I said, you got the charm. You've got you know how to make her laugh, and that's funny, fellas. Like, if you're a boring dude and you can't make a woman laugh, like, as a human being, we like to be in joyful environments. So I think it's really important to be able to make your lady laugh. Like, I keep mine chuckling. That's just part of the game. I mean, I do a little bit of acting. Maybe I got a little advantage or something when it comes to that. But you need to be competitive because what happens if you go to work and there's some funny ass dude who got his shit together, single, always flirting with her and making her laugh? Like, that's good attention. That's positive attention. So you need to be able to offer her that same type of attention. So be learn how to be, or at least have some comedic timing. Learn how to play touch in joking ways. But yeah, I recommend knowing how to be a little bit funny is important. But also being strong to be able to protect. If a woman's going to give you a family, give you children, I mean, I would imagine she's going to want a guy who can protect her and her children. That's competition. You know, that's being competitive and being having enough strength and having that masculinity that she can see it, she can smell it on you. It's in your aura to know that okay, he's gonna be there. Some jump off, he's gonna be there. So all of these things make you a competitive male, and if you're not gonna be competitive, then just know it's gonna be hard on you because you're the weaker male. The weak men create hard times in getting relationships. Okay, so if you're not a dominant male out here trying to dominate the world in some form or fashion, then you are working or competing without knowing. You don't have to know you're competing. It ain't the world job to teach you this. It's for you to understand. But for the most part, I think most men understand that. Some may not. Those guys are going to be at the bottom. The cream will rise to the top. So if you want to be at the top, be the kind of man that people don't want to leave, people don't want to break ships, friendships, relationships with you, then it'll be because you're competitive and you will have earned that respect. But you too have to be loyal too, because that's also another part of being competitive. Um, you got to be loyal to your friends, to your woman. In some degrees, those things may differ a little bit, but loyalty is loyalty. I'm not gonna get too far into that whole thing today, but yeah, fellas, you got to be competitive because if you don't, then it just means you're at the bottom. You're at the weaker end of the spectrum, and the guys who are at the top end are gonna compete the hardest. They're gonna make it harder on you. So you only hurting yourself by not competing. And we're not all born with the same uh, silver spoons in our mouths. Some guys do have it a lot easier. They may not have as tough a time or as higher mountain to climb to get on top. But hey, life is life, man. Yeah, that's the hand we dealt. That's the hand we play. You know, you got to pick yourself up by your bootstraps and put yourself in the game. Get out there and try to dominate one way or the other. And that'll build character. Just being competitive because you know it's billion it's billions of men out here. So if you compete, you are competing with billions. I know you think a lot of men think that they just compete with what's in their circle, but no, that ain't, to me, that's not the case. I feel like we got to compete with every man. So we got to build ourselves into a good mold of what we believe a man should look like and represent it in the world. So that's what today's thought is. Um, how the hell competitive are you going to be? Well, my advice is be competitive as hell. That'll boost your testosterone. Competitive environment boost testosterone, which automatically will make you even more competitive. Work on yourself, work on yourself, work on yourself. We all have to do it. It's all our duties. And look at the man in the mirror. But this goes for any and everybody. Look at the person in the mirror. When if you don't have long relationships, ships, period, friendships, relationships, because you're the common denominator, and you've got to be competitive and be a good person in order for anybody to want to be around you anyway. So, yep, that's today's thoughts. Be competitive. You know how like they say, stay dangerous. I'm saying stay competitive.